South of Tokyo, on the island of Honshu, is the seaport of Kamakura, Japan's ancient seat of government. Shogun Yoritomo of the Minamoto Clan left the courtly life of Kyoto in 1192 and built numerous temples and shrines here. Thus, the Tokei Ji Temple came into being, in which women lived as nuns following the death of their husband. The teaching of Zen, imported from China, filled large areas of both cultural and social life. Today, peace and contemplation prevail. A bridge over a pond leads to the nearby Jochi-Ji Temple and up a stone stairway to the main Sanmon Gate. In 1281, this temple was built within a cypress forest. It is one of the 5 famous temples of Kamakura. The wooden statues of the main altar represent the past, present, and future. Following an earthquake, little remains of the former grandeur of Jochi-Ji. Its buildings, along with its cenotaph, are new. Graves in moss-framed grottos, stone statues and gravestones enchant in peaceful surroundings. Narrow pathways and small tunnels lead through the rocky terrain, from building to building. Founded in 1282, the Engaku-Ji Monastery teaches the priesthood right up to the present day. Its buildings are typical of Zen design, such as the abbot's residence, sub-temples and tea houses. Within the main hall, Hokan Shaka Nyorai is worshipped. In Japan, the historic Buddha is either seated, standing, or prone. The temple was completed in 1282. It was originally built for the Chinese Chan monk Lanshi Dalong, who passed away prior to its completion. It was consequently rededicated to the victims of the Mongol invasion. The hall of the monastery's directorate was used for various purposes: Zen meditation, readings, and exhibitions. Japanese Zen temples are constructed in a similar way to the Chinese temples of the Song dynasty, rectangular and symmetrical. The Chinese imported Zen teachings also included strict elements such as asceticism, self-determination, subordination, and concentration. The Maigetsu-in temple was also built for this doctrine. The main hall ends with a circular window that overlooks an inner garden. Originally, The temple was built by a son for his father. Stone Buddhas with flower bowls adorn the garden. A simple interior design indicates a modest lifestyle. Next to the hall is the largest cave of this area that was used as a burial site. The landscape is crossed by small watercourses, along which herons are constantly on the lookout for fish. Kencho-Ji is the most important of the 5 Zen monasteries of Kamakura and has been conserved in its original form and function. The second oldest bell in the city, cast in 1255, is one of the temple's treasures. Here too, the buildings are located within a narrow valley, surrounded by wooded slopes where the silence of Zen is palpable. In 1253, the temple was built at the command of Hojo Tokiori for Chinese priest Tai Chao. Beyond the main hall is a small pond garden that is very atmospheric even when it rains. From here, a golden gate leads to the tomb hall of Tai Chao, who worked as a political advisor and spiritual guide under the Heiau. There's a large garden designed by Paikaku Genji. The pond is known as Sampeki Ike. In 1415, the temples were devastated by fire, but have since been rebuilt. On a deep green mountain slope is one of the most beautiful Shinto sanctuaries, the Tsurogaki Hakai Mangu Shrine. Although it is dedicated to the war god Hachiman, it is highly revered by both young and old. The decline of the region's rulers was accompanied by violent struggles, during which the city was largely destroyed and subsequently returned to being a fishing village.